Bish. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia, and we are live all week with some new products to share with you from the Mini Catalogue. I'm teaming up with my friend Rachael Merrick, and we are actually showcasing some really great product as well as some sketches from that Mini Catalogue as well. So hi everyone, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. If you could just pop on and say hello, let me know where you're watching from. You may actually be watching the recording later on, so please leave me a message. And I love to see who's watching and all that. So, all right, this is day 4. We're using the Friends of the Ocean suite. Actually, Rachel's using Friends of the Ocean suite. I'm actually using the DSP. I don't have that set, but I absolutely love the DSP. So we're doing a card and a tag using the sketches, and I'm focusing on just the DSP. We're doing very minimal stamping. I'm actually using another stamp set from the catalogue just to make the tag a theme. So it's a birthday theme. Hi Marion, how are you? From next door, yes. So hopefully everyone's had a really great day. If you haven't checked out all this week's cards and tags, you can actually see them behind me here. Storybook moments, delightful, I don't know, I'm still struggling with names for these suites. 22, delightful moments, is it? No. Floral Delight. Then we had the, what else have we got? The Terrific Toadstools, that was last night's bundle. Love that. And there's that free DSP in the Celebration catalogue that you can earn free with that order of $100. Yeah, so tonight we're focusing on Friends of the Ocean. Now, just to let you know, Rachel will be doing a completely different sketch, and her video is linked in the description of this video. So once I get off here live, I highly recommend going over and taking a look at what she's created. I know she has some great samples for us as well. So hi everyone. I'm actually bringing in a few different products rather than just using brand new. Which I think, you know, you use a bit of your stash as well, so hopefully you don't mind that, and it sort of makes you think about what you have in your stash and what you might want to use. I'm really going to focus 2025 on not just buying new things all the time, but incorporating some of my stash that I already have and using that. So, and I think that that is super important. We all as crafters have a lot of supplies, and you want to make sure that you're using them. Hi Maureen from Toowoomba, welcome. First time watching me, well welcome. Thank you so much for joining, Maureen. I actually used to live in Toowoomba many years ago. We had our son in Toowoomba, so I love Toowoomba. I think that's probably one place that we've lived that I would be happy to go back and move to, because I just thought it was just such a beautiful place in our country. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the camera down. I'm going to go through the catalogue and show you this beautiful suite. I've only got the DSP to share with you, and the embellishments that come in that suite. I think that's all I have in that all completely. So, but I'll share with you what I have as well. So let's pop it down. It's a little noisy, sorry about that everyone. So the Mini Catalogue, loving this catalogue, so many great things in there, and I hope that you're enjoying the sketches each day. So the Friends of the Ocean suite starts on page 30. What I really love about this catalogue is there are a lot more samples than in previous catalogues. Some of our previous catalogues certainly haven't had as many samples in it, so you're getting a real good look at what you can do with this suite. So in the suite there is the Ocean Friends bundle, so a stamp set. It's photopolymer, so it's the clear clear rubber. There's 11 stamps. You can purchase it in the bundle with the dies. Now the dies have 7 dies, so you've got a few extra things. Obviously the wreath here, or the coral, is something a little bit different. You've got little starfish, you've got some waves and reeds, the crab and the lobster. There's also a embossing folder. Now this is the Soft Waves 3D embossing folder. I could have actually used that with my project tonight, but I don't own this one. But that's a great little addition to your craft room if you do a lot of beachy cards or beachy scrapbooking or anything with beach design. So that's there. And then we have these Sunny Day iridescent dots. I've got them to show you because they are beautiful. Melon Mumbo, Pool Party, and I don't know whether that's crushed curry. No, it's might be pumpkin pie. Yeah, pumpkin pie. And then we have this beautiful Friends of the Ocean 12x12 DSP, which I'm going to show with you now. Also, it does go over to the next page, and it just shows a little bit more of that beautiful DSP and how you can use your stamp set to create some great images here by using the colors. So it says here Summer Splash and Pool Party will work really well to create this stamped lobster. So color buddies, Melon Mumbo and Bubble Bath, Pumpkin Pie and Peach Pie, Calypso Coral and Petal Pink. So I love this. I think this is really good for beginner stampers to know what colors, you know, will work really well together as well. Okay, so that's the catalogue. Let me bring in that beautiful DSP, and I've just got one of each of the designs. So we've got a pink and orange ombre wave design. We've got some lobsters in both, it's Calypso Coral and Pumpkin Pie, and Melon Mumbo and Berry Burst. Then we have coral background. I love the bright colors in this DSP. Even though I knew I didn't really want to buy the bundle, the DSP was a must for me because I just thought, you know, these are such bright, fun colors. So we've got lots of lobsters and Nemo and all that sort of stuff in there. This one's got octopus and seahorses, starfish, all sorts of little puffer fish. And then the other side, the next one we have is starfish. So they're all the real good, like the images with this pack. And then the opposite side has really great patterns in fun colors. So although, you know, you don't have to do all beachy themes with this set, you can use these other sides for fun, funky cards or projects as well. So that is that beautiful DSP. And let me show you those iridescent dots. So again, these are nice, cheery. They're actually quite large and really, really pretty. So Melon Mumbo, Pool Party, and Pumpkin Pie. And in this pack there's 135, so lots and lots of embellishments. Okay, so let me share with you the sketch that we're going to be using. Hi Jeanette, how are you? So for tonight, using the Friends of the Ocean suite, my sketch is this one here. So we've got a card and a tag sketch. Now Rachel will have a completely different sketches that she'll be doing, so make sure you go over and check hers out once you're finished here as well. But that is a sketch. Let me bring in the tag and I'll pop it next to it so you can see very literally what I've how I've created this. So I've got my tag, sentiment across the middle of the tag, And then I've used these circles as the crabs. It's very, very simple. It's a nice big tag. I love how big this one is. And I've got a few little hints and tips for you to create this one. I've gone with a distressed brick embossing folder, but if you have like a wavy or a water themed embossing folder, you could certainly use that. So that is the tag. This sketch here is the card sketch, and that's what I've come up with. So pretty good for not having the stamp set, only using the DSP. I've actually fussy cut the big lobster. I've changed the colour of the twine and used the same layout pretty much for my card. So that's that there. Let me go through some of the products that we're using. I've got the distressed tile embossing folder. I'm also using the Spotlight on Nature dies for the die cutting. So I'm using that second largest with the dot dash. That's going to cut that out. And I've used the largest little flower. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to use that to die cut my tag. So I'm going to leave those out. For this sentiment here, this happy birthday, this is a new stamp set. It's called One More Year. I love this one, and I've got quite a few projects coming up using this because that dog sold me straight away, but everything else is just really growing on me as well. But I've used the happy birthday here. So it's got a couple of different sentiments there. Happy birthday, another wrinkle wiser. Happy birthday, now back to me. You're how old in dog years you'd be. At least you're not as old as you'll be next year. Aging fine like cheese and wine. I just think those sentiments are so fun and a good play with the happy birthday theme. So that is what we have. I'm using Berry Burst ink for our sentiment. I've got my linen twine in the essentials pack, and we're going to use the white linen thread, and I've got my stamping blends to colour that in. I've got Berry Burst and Lemon Lime Twist to add those colours. So we're going to get started. I've gone through everything. Let's do the tag first, and I will say I have actually done all the fussy cutting of these images because I thought otherwise we could be here for a little while. Oh, the other thing is I've also got the ribbon, which is the Pretty in Pink bordered ribbon from the annual catalogue. So I've got my tag things ready here. Quickly fussy cut these earlier today just to make it a nice quick video for everyone. We've got a piece of Berry Burst cardstock, a piece of basic white cardstock for our sentiment, and then we have our Pretty in Pink tag. Now, to create our tag, I'm going to take that largest circle die and I'm going to line up the top of the die with the edge of the top and pretty much in the middle as much as I can. And I'm just going to take a pencil and I'm going to create my little tag here, like so. Now you can run that through and only have the die or the plate. Hang on, let me show you. If you want to do partial die cutting, you can just line the edge of the plate up with the edge where you want to finish cutting and run that through, and that would work as well. I'm going with the easy option, and I'm just going to quickly use my scissors, my paper snips, and cut that off. So there are a couple of ways you can do it. There we go. And that looks pretty good. That's a fairly even circle there. Okay, I'm going to do my stamping next, and this is a very quick tag. And you know what, sometimes you just need to do those very quick tags, something that doesn't take too long. You can add it to a present. So I have my sentiment here, and because it has the sentiment down the bottom another wrinkle wiser, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some post-it notes and just mask off that area. So taking my post-it notes, taking that piece off, and then we're going to add our ink with the Berry Burst ink. Hi Nicole, how are you? Very hot Perth. I knew that weather was coming, so hopefully you've got that off us and we don't have that coming our way. Because quite regularly we do have the weather comes from Perth here in Victoria. I'm just going to hold that, ink that up, make sure it didn't get on any part that I didn't want it on, which it didn't, and then I'm just going to stamp my sentiment there. I've used this all week, so I'm going to try and keep that as clean as I can. And my sticker doesn't line up. It's way off, so, oh, that worked. So you can see my stamp actually starts at the top of the stamp, but if I was going by this, I would have it a fair way down. And I'll tell you, because I've done it before, where I stamped it where I thought I was stamping that sentiment, and it stamped right off. So I've actually done a pretty good job there. Good job. So I have my elements ready to go. Let's bring in our embossing folder, and we're just going to quickly emboss this. Like I said, you could use anything that you would like to emboss with. Just gives it a little bit of extra design in the background. Now, one thing I'm not doing is I'm not adding any ink to it once I've embossed it. So that's also another thing that you can do, is add, and this is a 3D embossing folder, so I'm going to just grab my plate 4, which this is a grey plate, and run that through. Oh, you're getting rain tomorrow. Okay, Nicole, you can send the rain our way, because yes, Jeanette is 100% correct. We really do need some rain. It's so funny, or it's not funny, it's so amazing how quickly everything dries out when there's no rain around. And look at the detail in this die, in this embossing folder. Really pretty. So you could, you know, come in with some blending brushes and add a little bit of ink to this as well. That would look really good, but I'm going with quick, easy, and make it nice and easy for everyone. So I'm just going to add my sentiment piece to the middle of our Berry Burst cardstock, and this goes just all the way across the tag. Oh, Nicole says she uses the embossing folder a lot in her projects. I've actually noticed that I do as well. It's one of my go-tos quite regularly. Okay, so we're going to pop this one up with what are they called? Dimensionals. I get to have a new packet. That's always fun. And before we pop this one down, I am going to sort of add my little crabs underneath. Let's bring that over so you can see it. There we go. Pop the little crabs underneath, so they're sticking out like they are in the sketch. So I'm also going to pop dimensionals on these crabs. And these were really easy to fussy cut out. I believe the dies will die cut them out. But if you don't get the stamp and the dies, you can fussy cut them, and they really weren't hard either. So I'm just going to make sure that I can sort of stick it under a little bit, like so. So the top one. And these are slightly different because they've got a few different colours in them. This one's got a little bit of the pumpkin pie there. This one's got a little bit more Calypso coral, whereas this one's more pumpkin pie. Love the colour scheme. Yep. Those dimensional backings are always everywhere. I finished my live, not yesterday, the day before, and I went out the back and I noticed on my shirt was all the dimensional backings. So they're actually sitting outside. I just brushed them off while I was outside. So there's that one. Let's bring in my hole punch. We're just going to create a little hole. And I want to pop it down a little bit further. This is a fairly big tag, so I want to make sure that it has plenty of support there. One of these days I'm going to buy a hole punch that has, you know, multiple different diameters. That's what I need. So pretty in pink border ribbon. I'm going to just grab a length. So with everyone watching, do you have this set or do you have the DSP? Or is it something you're just like, nope, definitely not interested? I think for me, I don't live near the beach, so I don't tend to buy too many beach themed stamp sets just for that reason. I'm going to go around the other way. But I think if I did live near the beach, I would probably get a lot more. Although I say that, my daughter lives fairly close to the beach. We went there last weekend and went to the beach, so maybe it's something that I need to start looking at. So to finish this one off, let's bring in those beautiful iridescent dots. And we're going to just pop a few of them down. So again, I'm using a lot more of my larger, actually that wasn't a large one, this is a large one. My larger dots, because they're the ones that get left behind quite regularly. If I can pick that up. I can. Pick that one down. So 3 oranges, and I'm going to do 2 pinks up here. So pretty. Lots of dots, lots of glitz. Let's bring in that sketch. Hasn't been on Jeanette's radar, that's okay. Not for Nicole either. Could make them and make people jealous. So there is there's a sketch here, and this is what we're left with for our tag. I think that looks really great, and you know, very quick and easy to create. You could also use this sketch, detail it down a little bit, make it a little bit smaller, change your DSP out to a stamped image or another DSP. That's a great little sketch design to be able to create so many different things. So that's our first one. Let's bring in our card. This one's going to be a fast one too. I've already fussy cut my little pink. Again, see, it's a little bit different. This is more berry burst. This one has the orange in there as well, but fussy cut that. I do have a lemon lime twist that I'm going to use my dies for. So this one here, I'll pop that there. We have 2 pieces of berry burst cardstock, and I've already cut down our 2 pieces of DSP, which are super bright and happy. So I'm going to start off with our die cut piece, because that way I can move the machine straight away once we're done. Nicole's found dimensional backings on a hike 400 kilometres away from Perth. Oh my goodness. Were they yours, Nicole, or was it someone else's? The fella crafter around, maybe. They do certainly stick to my shirt. I think because I always lean over my desk as I'm crafting, and I sort of put them down around where my belly is, they all just get attached. So this die set is great. It's got nesting dies. I'm looking for my, oh, there it is. I'll take my pick tool. Just going to pop these all out. Nesting dies in 4 different designs. I love this idea. I think Stampin' Up! Very clever for this die set, and I hope that it sticks around for a while. Because it's very versatile. So if it comes back with another bundle, like another stamp set, I would not be unhappy about that. Or just as a standalone die set, I think it could easily be a standalone die set. There we have it. Lots of little confetti, which is also fun for my desk. Okay, bring our kit back in and our card. So I've got basic white thick cardstock as my card base. And I'm just going to fold and burnish that score line. Oh, they were on your sleeping bag. I've found them on my dog quite a few times. She gets in under my desk sometimes, or around me when I'm crafting. But that's okay. All right, so we're going to add our first layer here of DSP. It's 4 inches by 5 5/8. So let's use some liquid glue for that. I haven't sort of added dimensions for any of the projects, but you know, if you need any of the dimensions, just leave a comment and I can get back to you with that. But it's sort of more about showing you how to use the sketches and creating some cards. Okay, so I'm going to also, these two are going to layer down on each other, but we want to create that little banner down the bottom. So to do that and make sure it's fairly even, we're going to create the banner on our DSP first. So I'm going to cut up the middle, and then we're going to cut to each end. This is the easiest way to do a banner cut any size, like so. So we have the banner, and then I'm just going to lay this one down on our Berry Burst cardstock, and we're going to do the same again. There we have it. Cute. Very easy. So let's layer these two together. And this layer is actually going to get popped up with some dimensionals. Let's bring them in. wonder who the aliens are buying their craft supplies from, or are they just stealing ours? Okay. So I feel bad covering this up. I think that's so pretty, but look at that. The bright on bright, really pretty. And then we're going to layer this piece over the top here. And I'm just going to use some liquid glue for that. So it's the same on the sketch. We're following the sketch really closely. Just going to go over the top. We do need some more dimensionals on that one. What's a project without lots of dimensionals? Tell them to clean up when they make a mess. I need an alien just to clean up my mess. That would work well. And I'm going to pop this over to the right hand side. Like so. Cute. And because this has got a lot of little pieces, I'm just going to pop this one down with the liquid glue. I think if you tried to use dimensionals on this, it might make it a little bit too weak, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think it'd be good. So pop that down. I'm going to use my iridescent dots next, and then we're going to play with that twine and colour it in. So I want a big pink one, a little pink one, oh, that wasn't punched out, and a little pumpkin pie. Okay. And now we get to get messy, because bit of scrap paper. I'm gonna grab the white linen thread, and I'm gonna just want to sort of work out how much I want. So let's tie a little bow. I think somewhere around there. And we're going to need two pieces exact same size, so while we're here, we'll just cut that second piece. I wish Stampin' Up! Would bring back the white and black twine just by itself. That would be very, very helpful. Okay, and we're going to bring in our stamping blends, and we're going to colour them in. So I'm using my brush tip marker, using the very side because you don't want to burr your nib. So you're going to do it really carefully. It sort of turns the twine around a little bit. And as long as you're using the side of your marker, it won't really hurt it. And I recommend sort of turning your marker around a little bit so you're not using that same spot over and over again. You're using the whole pen as you're doing it. And if you've got pens that, you know, the end of the nib has gone all funny from your colouring, this is the time to use to colour in your ribbon or your twine. Use those pens for that. Okay, making sure I've got colour all the way around. That looks good. There we have our lemon lime twist. Let's bring in our other piece. And this is berry burst, so a lot darker. It's more like a purple, really. So this is just adding a little bit extra colour to the card. It's such a bright, funky colour. I really wanted to make sure that the embellishments went with it as well. Alrighty. See how good that looks? Got dirt under my nails. I was just out doing a little bit of gardening before. Anyway, obviously I didn't look under my nails before when I washed them. So I'm just going to create my little bow. It's just a little bit longer. Get rid of those ends. Actually, I think I want to get rid of a little bit more. And we're going to add that one down with a mini glue dot. Nicole can relate when her daughter cooks mess on every surface. What's funny, Nicole, is my adult daughter rang my husband and I today. She was making a stew in the pressure cooker, and she hadn't made it in the pressure cooker before, so she was asking us, you know, for a bit of a help with it. And she panned over to, she was meal prepping 3 different meals. She panned over to the kitchen. She hates doing dishes, and let me tell you, her whole kitchen was full. And I said, oh, well, you better go and start doing your dishes. And she said, yeah, I better not leave them for Angus when he gets home. Her partner does the dishes in their house. And I said, yeah, no. So I wonder how long it took her, because she had so many dishes in the sink all over the bench. I think she used just about everything in her kitchen. So yeah, that'll teach her. But anyway, here is that card. Let me I'll bring up that sketch so you can see. So we have the banner at the background. We have the little rectangle. It's not really a square. We have the circle. I'm missing the banner here for the sentiment, but you know what? I can always put a sentiment in later on if I want. But we've added a little bow as well. So cute. So that is today's sketch using the Ocean Friends bundle, or the suite. I think these turned out really well. I'm very, very happy with them. I love how bright and cheerful they are. So hopefully, you know, maybe I've changed your mind with the paper at least. But if you go over and check out Rachel's video, she has the bundle, so I'm sure she's done some amazing projects with her card and tag. So go and check those ones out as well. I really appreciate everyone spending a bit of time with me tonight. If you wouldn't mind, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you haven't left a comment, please leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you subscribed to my channel as well. I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for another video with another sketch and another range of products. So hopefully you can come back and join me for that. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone coming and having a look at what I've got on today. Yeah, Marion, exactly like a popper using every pot and pan. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Marion. Yeah, it's so nice to have you all here, and yeah, thank you so much for enjoying my little projects tonight. Have a wonderful night, everyone. I hope you have a great day tomorrow, and I hope to see you back here again tomorrow at 7. Enjoy. Bye.